Hi students, very good evening again. Welcome back to my class. Students, I'm going to explain about the transportation. So in that transportation, we discussed about three things such as heart, blood vessels, and last one is blood. Okay, so in our human beings, we have the well-developed circulatory system. The reason is that you all know, students, we are the multicellular organisms. We have n number of organs and organ systems, so that we have well-developed circulatory system, right? So let us start the class, students. Blood, blood is having two things, plasma and blood corpuscles. Okay, and plasma is having 90 percentage of the water and some proteins. And let us talk about the corpuscles. Means they are nothing but the blood cells. There are three types of cells are present. What are those, students? RBC, WBC, and the platelets. RBC is also called as erythrocytes. WBC is also called as leukocytes, then thrombocytes. Blood, students, it is helps in the carrying of all the required substances such as nutrients, ions, minerals, some substances such as hormones, enzymes. Everything can be carried by this blood. I said we are having n number of cells in our body. So every cell should have the rapport with the neighboring cell, right? So this blood is carrying all the essential things to the different parts of the body. Okay. Next, in the same way, not only it is carrying, it collects the waste materials from the different body parts. Okay, so it collects the waste, and whatever the blood waste material is collected by the blood, it is then supplies to the kidneys. There we can see the process of filtration. So about the kidney and the work of excretion, everything we'll see in the next class, that is excretion. Okay, so now this blood is helps in the carrying of the oxygen, and as it is having the hemoglobin pigment, blood is in red color. Over. Next, students, leukocytes. Okay, these are nothing but the WBC. And one more point I forgot, students. Blood cells, the lifespan is 120 days. The synthesis or formation of the blood is known as hemopoiesis. Where it is occurs, students? It is occurs in the bone marrow of the bone. Okay, so that is the bone marrow is the site of the biosynthesis of the blood cells. So hemopoiesis. Okay, now let us talk about the leukocytes. They are nothing but the WBC. Leukocytes again divided into two types, students. Am I audible? Am I visible, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Leukocytes again further divided into two types, granulo and agranulocytes. Actually, why this agranulo means in the cytoplasm, so it is having some granule-like structures. Those are granules. So these granules again further divided into two types, eosinophils, basophils, and the neutrophils. And second type is agranulo. They are lymphocytes and the monocytes. See, children, these lymphocytes, they are producing the antibodies, especially in the AIDS patient. That virus, HIV virus, human immunovirus, it is going to attack the lymphocytes of the body. That is the reason the patient who suffers with the virus, so slowly he is going to lose immune power. So his immune system becomes so weak finally. That's the reason at the final stage he'll be getting all types of diseases. That condition is called AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. The word syndrome means, students, a group of diseases. Okay, So that is about the WBC. WBC lifespan is 12 days. Next, platelets. No, platelets, thrombocytes. The main important role of this the thrombocyte students, blood clotting. So it is the natural immune system we have. Whenever we met with an accident, sudden wound is formed. So immediately there is a leakage of the blood from the body. So if it is continuous, means that that person may die within a few hours. So to avoid that, our body is protecting from this excessive leakage of the blood. Okay, so by the process of coagulation, blood coagulation means blood clotting. Okay, next this is about the thrombocytes. The lifespan of the thrombocytes is nearly 1 week. Okay, so these are the different blood cells we have in our body. And next, blood vessels. Students, we have two types of blood vessels. I said arteries and the veins. So let us talk about the arteries. Arteries are the blood vessels. They'll be carrying the blood from the heart to the different body organs. Next, veins, they'll be brings the blood from the different body parts to the heart. And in addition to these two, veins and arteries, we have the small vessels. Those are capillaries. These are thinnest blood vessels in our body. Okay, so next, I would like to give the differences between the arteries and the veins, students. Everybody make a note of it. Very important. See, arteries are deeply located, whereas vein is very close to the skin. Next point is this arteries carries oxygenated blood, veins carries deoxygenated blood. In the arteries, blood flows at high pressure with rhythmic contraction dilation, whereas in the veins, blood flows under low pressure, students. That is the main important point. In the arteries, with the high pressure, blood flows, and in the veins, with the low pressure. Next, these arteries have no any internal walls. Veins are, in the case of veins, walls are present. Walls. These are the differences between arteries and the veins. Now let us talk about the heart. See students, already I explained these things in the last class, but once again I'm telling these are very important, very tough to remember. Heart structure, students, very important. Heart is pear shaped, located in the chest region, that is called chest cavity or thoracic cavity. Heart present in between the two lungs. Okay, so heart is covered by two membranes known as pericardial membranes. See this in between these membrane, it is we are having the pericardial fluid. This fluid always protects the heart from the external shocks and some danger situations. Why these students? We have the rib cage in the chest region, no? So as this heart and lungs located in the particular regions only, they are highly sensitive, very important organs. So we have the safety guard, that is rib cage. From the back side we have the vertebral column, and the front side sternum, and sides we are having the ribs. So they'll be like cage. That is a reason we'll call it as a rib cage. So they'll be protected in safe way. Okay, very sensitive and important organs. Next, so about the shape and the location we discussed. Now, next thing is that let us see the internal structure of the heart, students. Here, heart is having four-chambered heart. See, in the case of fishes, we have two-chambered heart. Frogs, three-chambered heart. In the crocodile exception, all the reptiles, three-chambered heart is present, students, but exception is there for the crocodiles, that is four-chambered heart. And now let us talk about the human heart, four-chambered heart. Okay, so here, like for example, if you consider our heart is like a house, so in the house, four rooms are present. Okay, two rooms are in the upper floor, and remaining two rooms are in the lower floor. So that is the reason. That is a situation. Okay, let's start. Upper chambers are called as auricles. Lower chambers are called as ventricles. Okay. Are you able to see this picture, heart picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wait. Very important, Amma. So, see, these are auricles and these are the ventricles. See, this is the right side of the heart and this one is the left side of the heart. And students, you should remember one thing. On the right side, always deoxygenated blood is going to be flow. Means impure heart, impure blood. So the blood with the carbon dioxide, that is deoxygenated blood. We can we can say impure blood. So on the left side, always purified blood is going to be carried out. Okay, right, impure, and left side pure blood. Understand? Now let us see the internal structure. See children, so this is the right auricle, right ventricle, left auricle, left ventricle. See, in between these two chambers, they'll be having the internal partitions. Okay, interauricular septum, and this one is the interventricular septum. Interventricular septum, this one. So as upper chambers are auricles, this chamber is interauricular, and this one is the interventricular. So in between auricle and the ventricle, it is having the auriculoventricular septum, left side and right side also. And next we should talk about the walls, VLVE, wall. So first let me say importance of wall, students. This wall helps in the this wall, and does it allows the backflow of the blood. Okay, so that is the main importance of the wall. And let us see the wall present in the right auriculoventricular septum. Here there is an opening, students. So this is nothing but the wall. So what is that name of that wall? Tricuspid wall. And here in the same way, left side also we have the bicuspid wall. So other name of bicuspid wall is mitral wall, students. Other name of bicuspid is mitral wall. Okay. Now everybody admitted, no?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Anybody is waiting? Nihita?
Yes, ma'am. Abhinav is waiting.
Now
Yes, ma'am. But you just added him, ma'am. We just saw
just
it.
now added him, no, I think.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall I continue? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, very important thing I'm explaining, Amma, internal structure of the heart. So, till your graduation, you need to concentrate on this structure of the heart. Very, very important. That's the reason you all should, as you people are in the foundation, you should have the basic things, basic information about the heart. You all should be familiar. Okay, next. See, this is the mitral wall. Other name of mitral wall, which is not mentioned here. Everybody may write down here, bicuspid wall. BICUSPID, bicuspid wall. Okay. This is about the structure. And students, so far we discussed chambers, septas, and the walls we discussed. And next, students, one important point I would like to mention that. You just see caval veins. So there are superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. These students, superior vena cava collects the blood from the upper parts, means head, neck, and everything. Okay, superior vena cava helps in the collection of deoxygenated blood from the head and the neck. And inferior vena cava, students, down it is there. You just see down. Wait, I'll on touch. See, students, superior vena cava, and this one is the inferior vena cava. Okay, which with this inferior vena cava is going to collect the deoxygenated blood from the lower parts of the body, like limbs, heart, and all, limbs and thoracic regions and all. Okay, now let us talk about the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary. See, students, one thing you should remember, wherever you will get the word pulmonary means it is somewhere related to the lungs. Okay, pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery, pulmonary veins. So these three things having the connection with the lungs. And next final point I would like to mention, heart is a pumping device, my dears. Okay, so heart just helps in the pumping of the blood with some pressure. But so purification means blood is purified by the lungs itself. Purification means what, students? Addition of oxygen and removal of the carbon dioxide. That is nothing but the purification. This particular process is carried out by the purifiers. They are nothing but the lungs. So lungs also just nearby the heart. They are located in the chest region. Okay. Now, first of all, our heart is going to collect the impure blood from the different body parts. So whatever blood is collected, it is being supplied to the lungs immediately. In the lungs, it is getting purified. Again, come back to the heart. Again, our heart is going to distribute to the purified blood to the different body parts. This is the work actually. Okay, in simple way, I explain, students. First, deoxygenated blood is going to collect by the heart. Again, this heart is going to send this impure blood to the lungs for the purification. After the purification, this purified blood is come back to the heart again. Again, it is going to distribute it to the different body parts. Now, let us see the way. In what way deoxygenated blood is going to reach our heart? So in what way it is going to get purified? In what way again it is going to redistributed? Let us discuss now. Understand? Are you able to follow me? Or I'm going little bit to be fast. Actually, in the
We're
yesterday's
able to
class,
follow, mom.
okay, in the last class, I explained all the parts very clearly. Now I'm telling about the content. Main important point. Heart is for what and lungs are for what I'm telling now. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Good. Next, next students, circulation. Actually, there are two types of circulations are there. What do you mean by circulation? Actually, the flow of blood through the heart is circulation. Actually, there are two types of circulations are present: single circulation and double circulation. In single circulation, students, so in this, blood passes only once through the heart. Example, two-chambered heart that is present in the fishes. In the fishes, we can see only one single circulation only. But now we are discussing about the human heart. So in the human heart, we should see double circulation is there. Now you just see the figure, students. This is the human heart. Here we have the lungs. So the type of circulation is, students, double circulation. What is the meaning of double circulation? Means here blood passes twice through the heart is double circulation. Let me explain. See, first, through these caval veins, deoxygenated blood comes to the heart. Okay, then from the heart it is reaching to the lungs. Here the lungs is going to purify the blood. That purified blood is again come back to the heart. From the heart, purified blood is going to distribute it to the all the body parts. So how many times? This is first time, this is second time. So there's a reason this circulation is known as double circulation. Okay, blood passes twice through the heart in the human. That is the double circulation. I hope you all understood. Understood now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
mom.
I'm going to explain about the way. Okay. See, students, these are the caval veins, right? Okay. Superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, we discussed, no? See, superior, inferior and superior. So through these caval veins, actually, deoxygenated blood is going to collect in the right artery first, students. Right artery. from right artery to the, it enters through the tricuspid wall through the right ventricle. Sorry, right auricle first enters into the right auricle, then right ventricle. Through which wall? Through tricuspid wall. So from this, it is reaching to the lungs through what, students? Here, pulmonary artery. Here you just see, children, pulmonary artery. I'm showing this with the help of spotlight. Everybody make a note of it. From first, blood reaches here, from here to here, that is right ventricle. From here to, it reaches to the lungs through pulmonary artery. Over. Now let us see, in the lungs, blood gets purifies. Again, through the pulmonary vein, students, through the pulmonary vein, you see the down. Through this vein, blood is going to come back to the heart again. To which part? To which chamber? Left auricle. From left auricle to right ventricle. Okay, right ventricle. Okay, from here again, so it is going to pump. See, these are the systemic aorta. Okay, this is the systemic aorta. So through this systemic aorta, it is going to distribute it to the different body parts. This is the way. First, right auricle, right ventricle, from there to pulmonary artery to the lungs. Again, it will come back to the heart. So it is reaching to the first left auricle, then right ventricle, from there to systemic aorta. It is distributing to the all the body parts. This is the circulation. Okay, next. And next, I said no, we have circulatory transporting system. Means so far we discussed about the blood circulation. We have another system, that is lymphatic system. Lymphatic system. Actually, students, this lymph system consists of lymph, lymphatic capillaries, lymph vessels, and the lymph nodes. Lymph, lymphatic vessels, lymph capillaries, and lymph nodes, students. Everybody make a note of it. Very important. Next, see, lymph serves as a middleman between the blood and organs for exchange of any material. So lymph is the middleman between the blood and organs for exchange of any materials. This is about the lymph. And you know, children, cells are going to form tissues, right? So tissues means a group of cells, you know very well. Actually, in between the two cells, we are having the extracellular fluid. Okay, now that extracellular fluid is nothing but lymph only. Snehita, Nihita, are you able to understand? Nihita?
Yes, mom.
So lymph is nothing but extracellular fluid. So extracellular fluid means the fluid which is present in between the cells. So that's the reason we'll call lymph as a middleman between the blood and body organs. Okay, next. See, lymphatic system runs parallel to the vein, students, actually. Okay, now let us talk about the functions of the lymph. Functions of the lymph. Actually, I said no. Lymph nodes. This lymph provides immunity to the lymphocytes. And second important point is fats are absorbed the lymph vessels in the intestine. Fats are absorbed by these lymph vessels in the intestine, and it supplies digested food and oxygen to the various parts of the body. Very important point, students. It supplies digested food, that means nutrients and oxygen to the various parts of the body. It helps in the removal of the waste materials from the different body cells. It returns See, it returns proteins and excessive tissue fluid to the blood from the tissue spaces. So these are the following functions of our lymphatic system. So far we discussed about the blood and lymph, students. And large, I said about lymph nodes also, no, spleen. Spleen is a lymph node. Spleen is a lymph node. Okay. Now I would like to ask few questions. Now the session is about to end. So I would like to ask the question, students. Shraddha,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Tell me about arteries.
Ma'am, arteries are blood vessels which carry the blood
Please say
oxygenated.
loudly, Amma. In what way I'm
Yes,
shouting?
Arteries are blood vessels which carry oxygenated blood away from the heart, ma'am.
Okay. And I would like to ask one more important one. Actually, these are thick-walled vessels, Amma. I think I forgot this point to explain. Arteries, as they are having the long pipe-like structures, see the side walls are thick when compared to the veins. Why it is so thick means actually this, I said no, arteries are going to pump the blood away from the heart to the lower body parts. So they need some with high pressure blood is going to flow in the arteries. To withstand that high pressure, these arteries having thick side walls. Understand? See, these are thick walled and deeper seated. Deeper seated means they'll be present in the internal tissues of the body. Veins means so just below the skin only they are present. Okay, so in for doing injections, so doctors will observe the veins. No, so they are nothing but veins. They are very superficial when compared to arteries. Okay, next. Can anybody? Shashank? Shashank is there, I think.
Yes,
Hello,
ma'am.
Shashank.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Mm.
Ma'am, but I joined middle of the class, ma'am. I didn't
But
understand.
even if you not attend, also you can able to say the answer. I know about your
No, ma'am, I
efficiency.
don't have anything.
No. Try. Veins. What they'll do? Just a very simple question I asked. Actually, before also we discussed all these things. Veins. Can you try? Veins for what? Hemant?
Yes, madam.
Veins for what, Amma?
Ma'am, veins they're closer to skin, ma'am.
Mm.
They have low pressure blood flows from
Okay, first these veins are going to collect the blood from
deoxygenated
different
blood.
body parts and brings the blood to the heart. So one
Yes.
thing you should remember, arteries means carries blood away from the heart. Veins means they'll bring the blood from the different
Blood to
body
her
parts to
heart.
the heart. Okay, na?
Okay, ma'am.
These 2 points you should remember.
Also
Next.
present.
Next, anybody is there? Nihita?
Yes, ma'am.
Shraddha? Bhavana?
Yes, ma'am.
Bhavana, are you there, ma?
Yes, ma'am. I'm there, ma'am.
Okay. Can you say about blood transfusion?
Sorry, ma'am.
Blood transfusion.
Transmission.
Actually, I didn't explain this. It's an extra point I'm telling now. So, transmission of blood from the healthy person to the patient. So, you can say in the simple language, blood donation. Carrying of the
Okay.
transfer of blood from the healthy person to the patient is called blood transfusion. Okay. So, in case of any urgency, in case of any accidents, if the patient lost heavy blood from his body, immediately there is a need of blood for him. So, transfusion of blood from healthy person to the patient is blood transfusion. Okay, there are 4 different types of blood groups are present, students. Blood group A, B, AB and O. See why this blood is grouped into 4 types means basing on the presence of antigen. Okay. So in next class, I'm going to explain about the blood groups and all very clearly. So students, today I concentrated on the transportation, importance of circulation in the human being. I explained. Okay, students.
Ma'am, actually I have a doubt, ma'am.
Who is that?
Bhavna, ma'am.
Bhavna, tell me, Amma.
Ma'am, blood platelets, they are there because if any injuries happened, they clot the blood, no, ma'am, for extra flow of blood. But during in this COVID-19 times, doctors usually give steroids for blood clotting in the blood, no, ma'am. For that they give, no, ma'am.
I'm not getting your question. Please ask loudly. Yeah, so platelets are for clotting the blood. Okay, next.
But doctors in COVID-19 times, they give steroids, no, ma'am, for blood clotting. So is blood clotting is good or bad, ma'am? Means it's like that, ma'am.
It is good thing only, Amma. But in extra severe cases, to divert the system, doctors are going for giving. Now Cherishma is joining water. Okay.
I have a
Actually,
doubt, ma'am.
blood clotting is good thing only. But in case of any emergency, just to alter the system and all, they're going for different treatments. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm signing off.
Thank you, ma'am.
Time up now. Have a nice day all.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.